My 35F partner, 35 meters, demanded to know my hidden kink, and is now angry and upset. So my partner and I have been together for 10 years. Have kids and a house, etc., etc. When we got together, he knew that I was more kinky, experienced than him, and we were both fine with that. He likes what he likes, and I had no interest in forcing him into things he's not comfortable with. We still have a very fulfilling and active sex life, and I love him with all my heart. A few days ago we were hanging with some friends and the topic of hidden kinks came up, and how everyone has a kink they find hard to talk about or are worried they'll be judged. As we are a close-knit group, everyone started sharing theirs. None of them were shocking or even somewhat surprising to me, and I knew they were not into the same kind of things I was, so when they asked about mine, I politely declined, saying, "Oh, you all know about my past exploits," or just steering the convo to someone else. My partner pressed a bit more, but I still played it off as not having one. When we got home, my partner continued to hound me about not contributing my hidden kink, and got super upset and frustrated and wouldn't let up till I finally told him, "I have a CNC kink. I've indulged in this kink in my past, before meeting my partner, and I knew it was not even close to something he'd be interested in, but I did not expect him to be disgusted, angry, appalled, I guess all at once." He was extremely angry about it all and started asking WTF is wrong with me and why do I want to be abused, etc., etc. I told him he should have just left me alone and not pushed so hard to find out if he couldn't handle the answer. He's now not talking to me and is rethinking our relationship because he doesn't know who I am anymore, apparently. I've tried talking to him, explaining that it's something I'd never expect of him or would never actively seek out doing behind his back, and that it's not abusive. It's consenting adults participating in an act they enjoy. But in his mind, I was just trying to justify my perversion. What do I do here? I don't feel I've done anything wrong, but I'm being made to feel like a monster, and it's breaking me. Should've just told him it was clown stuff. That would have shut him up. I have nothing additional to add here, but noting you will probably get more nuanced takes from a BDSM-related subreddit. BDSM advice, BDSM community, etc. I think he was looking for a reason to start a fight. There is no doubt that your partner is the one who is in the wrong here. But if you want to get past this, you'll need to ask him the right questions. As someone who has a CNC kink, most people misunderstand it. They have no knowledge about what it is, and they just automatically assume that we are people who get turned on by actual rape. This could be what your husband is thinking. Moreover, he could also be feeling insecure. Maybe the reason why he asked you this was for him to try it. After finding out that it is something he will never be interested in, he might be upset at himself, but taking it out on you. All of this is his problem, but if you want to work on your relationship, you need to be patient enough to ask him questions and bring these issues to light. After bringing them out, you should address how much his behavior hurt you and deal with that side of things. He is a pretty judgmental little fella, isn't he? Mostly. I suspect that he is insecure. Maybe you should be rethinking your relationship. Edit. I can't believe that after 10 damn years he had the audacity to say something like that to you. He is supposed to be your person, not trying to shame you. Rethinking your relationship, wow. Really? That is harsh and cold. I think CNC kinks actually make sense. It's not my jam, but I can understand it. Especially for a woman. Sexual assault is very front and center. From dating to just existing in the world. CNC is exerting control over the uncontrollable. It lets the person experience the lack of control, what they fear, in a controlled environment. I really hate it when people demand the truth and then can't handle it when told. Grow up. If he knows you participated in BDSM, why would he not think you might like CNC? Going from one to the other is hardly a stretch. At least emo. WTF is wrong with me? Nothing. Why do I want to be abused? You don't. He's judging, kink-shaming something he doesn't understand or want to be part of. That has absolutely no negative impact on him or anyone else. Write down and tell him in a quiet moment. It wasn't abuse, it was live-action roleplay. For want of a better term. Make-believe. It's not a desire to be raped. It's not a desire to be disrespected. It's not a desire to be unsafe. It's make-believe. It's not something he has to do. It's not something you miss from him. It's not something that you wish he would do. It's not something he should feel insecure about. You feel hurt by sharing a vulnerability that you thought you could trust him with. He's got this framework of you in his mind that this doesn't fit in with. He's having trouble letting you be who you are and not who he wants you to be. CNC for me has been a way to recover from my assaults. CSA and partner inflicted. You are not bad or gross for enjoying it. Emo, it's a way to give up control, while still feeling safe and comfortable. And retaining autonomy. BC, unlike real assault. You can say no. Maybe after things have cooled down you can talk more about it. But I'm sorry that your partner reacted that way. And the moral here is, don't ask a question you don't want the answer to. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. I hate acronyms. Why would op white the whole post but put an acronym for the most important part? What the hell is CNC? Look into that. Rethinking your relationship. He was already thinking about that before this came up. He says he doesn't know you, but it's you that doesn't know him. Look for those clues to find out what he's really been up to. Look. It's clear that you and your partner have a major disconnect when it comes to your sexual preferences. While it's important to be honest and open with your partner, it's also crucial to understand that not everyone will be accepting or understanding of certain kinks. If your partner is unable to accept and respect your boundaries, it may be time to reevaluate the compatibility of your relationship. CNC? Computerized numerical control? That sure is dirty. Kind of an awkward topic for your friends to bring up around your boyfriend, knowing that you have an interesting past. Unfortunately, when that is raised, you might as well just say in the first place. Obviously, your husband will want to know what that hidden kink is once the topic has been entered into. It is unfair to hide it and think he will forget about it. One of those things where it is best to just avoid the conversation in the first place. Or you could have just lied about your hidden kink, I guess. I'm also thinking that some of his anger is maybe rooted in jealousy at what you have done together with other people. But I don't get why he would be angry. Just one person's perspective. Not anything that never has had a solution. If I learned my partner likes CNC and flavors of BDSM, I'd start to think I'd never make them happy. It's just in my mind a really fundamental difference of how I think about sex. I don't have a great analogy, but if I was a man into MFF threesomes and my partner was 100% not into that, I can't imagine how that wouldn't cause some self-confidence issues. Was he or someone he knows raped? Apparently. This kink is way more common than most people realize. Op and partner need to calm down and discuss this. Maybe after OP's partner reads a psychology book on the subject. He is being an ass. You have not done anything wrong. I'm sorry you're going through this. Maybe a perspective that he's going through. If he's as vanilla and sheltered as you say, he probably doesn't understand it and thinks it's abusive. He also probably afraid that if that's what you like and other similar things, then he can't fully satisfy you. I know you know he does and you've told him, but now that he knows, he's probably not sure. Like you said, I think you need to give him time to calm down and think about things, and hopefully you can have an adult conversation about it with him. Explain what it is and what it's not. But most importantly, explain that you don't expect or want him to change and that you love him and what he does as is. He's mad because he's afraid that he isn't satisfying you or that you'll get tired and bored of him. All these people saying.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.